Hey guys, it's Davey here, and it's currently day 144. I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I do hope you guys are doing better than yesterday. But I want to talk about the crazy body recomposition I had experienced so far in my gym workouts. Well, not an insane different, and quite honestly, I did expect this recom to happen due to the drugs I had used in the past few weeks or month that has suppressed my recovery, or I did too much damage to my body to recover. But either case, the lesson is don't do drugs. Don't squander your life. Don't party your life away in the sacrifice of your goals. However, with me staying on the right path for the 2 weeks, or the past few weeks, keeping my sleep on track, watching out as how my body responds to workouts, I'm seemingly to be losing body fats while gaining some muscle, or at the very least, just gaining what I had lost back due to me breaking down my muscle for not sleeping or overtraining due to not recovery. Whatever the case, I am gaining some muscle back while the scale is going down, which is amazing because, quite honestly, also during my weight cut journey now, I am heading towards the 3 months mark. Now, theoretically speaking, if I did stay consistent for the 3 months, I would have cut down to the ideal body image or body fat, at least for me to then maintain and then bulk back up. But obviously, with some slip ups on my end, this 3 months coming to an end, I am still not at my ideal body fat percentage. So that has kind of been a bit stressful for me. And I was contemplating whether I should just end it there and just go for lean bulk at a unhappy body fat percentage, or just fight it out for another month and hopefully get to ideal 12%. Now, I decided to stick with it because at the moment, seeing this crazy body recomposition, I'm very happy. So I do strongly think in the next 2 weeks, which is when my cut is due, I will be ready and I'll be maintaining, I'll be recovering from fatigue, and I'll be hitting an insane but patient bulk. Now, because I had made some damaging choices and an experienced approach during my weight cut journey, I did lose quite a bit of muscle during this cut. However, due to my circumstances, I never had that much muscle to begin with. Being inconsistent, having my old past, being all stressed, not sleeping well, doing illicit substances, being in jail. So all these circumstances in my past has definitely not put me in an ideal situation to, first of all, build muscle, to have a good amount of muscle mass, to be looking great when I do cut. So I didn't start this cut with a great frame. I just simply wanted to cut down and do it the right way. Because before, like I said, my circumstances hasn't been the best, and that is partly all my fault actually for making the wrong choices. But now coming down to a cut, I want to do it right. I want to do the bulk right. So rather than rushing my bulk next time, which I did do for my previous bulk and my previous cut, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be patient, and I'm not going to just solely focus on the scale like I had been doing for all my weight gain and weight cut journey. I'm going to be focusing on the mirror. I'm going to be focusing on my training. I'm going to be focusing on my strength gains, all these little variables that plays a huge amount of role to measure your progress that I had been ignoring simply due to the fact that I had just been impatient. I had been impatient when the weight plateaus. I feel like that is an excuse to just bump your calories up by 250. Now, if you guys all had done this before and you guys had just focused on the scale, you'll realize that by the end of 3 months, you just gain too much body fat. You just gain way too much body fat because, yes, our weight plateaus after a week of bumping your calories up to 250, but it doesn't stay there. Usually, it takes some time before it goes back up again, or you may stay there, but like your strength and all gains up, which it means you're making progress. So obviously, I haven't been taking those measurements too hard. I just have been kind of inconsistent. So cutting down now, I do really want to be locked in. I want to do it right this time for the bulk and just see how far I can take it for just this 1 year and just see the amount of muscle I could gain. Because quite frankly, guys, if I lose the weight now, I will be put in a position where I'll probably be only gaining about 3 to 4 kilograms of lean mass since I had last cut down 2 years ago. Now, obviously, with some inconsistencies and some damaging toll I had put my body through, that weight would have been higher and lean mass will be maintained better. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case, but that's totally fine because, like I said, this is my failure. This is the learning curve I have to go through, and I'm just honestly happy that I'm able to have this learning process, and I'm happy that there's plenty of resources out there for me to have, and I'm sure that for my next scanning phase, I'll do my best and I'll do what I know that works best. Of course, my past had many issues which hindered my progress while also mainly repressing my goals. But now that's all out of the way. It's just me and my goals. It's just me and my goals. Nobody's going to stop me. There's no reason for me to say, oh, I didn't do better this time because, I just accidentally slipped back into self sabotage. Like, no, it's me and me. It's me and my goals. No one's going to stand in front of me. Yes, there's going to be uncertainties in the future, but everything that's in my control, I'm going to control it because I just simply don't want to be yo-yoing back in my diet because it's not fun cutting, guys. It's not fun cutting because I like food. Although I don't eat good food, but I like to eat food. I like to fuel myself with food. It's a good feeling to be on a bulk, definitely. But again, like you can definitely be impatient and then just go over the top, which I had done many times, and I just became a fat fuck. Like I remember bulking up to 96 kilograms, and I did that in just 1 month, and I started at 80 kilograms. So yeah, 16 kilograms in 1 month isn't all muscle. And looking back at the pictures on my fitness pal, yeah, I just look like a freaking bear, like a buffoon, guy. So it's definitely not ideal to just be impatient. Have patience, whether it's success, business, weightlifting, just anything in life. Patience is key. Everything good comes with patience. If you rush the process, you're most likely making uncalculated risk. You're avoiding caution. You're just not being careful enough. And when you're not careful, you're not making sure that you're making the right move, the outcome or the outcome you may get may not be the thing you want. Either that or you're going to be so far off your goals. You may be so far off the thing you want because what you had planned went to waste because you didn't follow a plan. And it's so important to have a plan in place. It's so important to know what you're doing. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to have setbacks in life. And that's totally fine. But if you just learn from it, then there will be a next time. There will always be a next time for you to try it again, to become better, to do it again. But if you're gonna quit thinking that it doesn't work, or you think this isn't gonna work because you failed this time, then you'll never have a next time. You'll never have a next time to try it again and be better. So it's okay to fail. That's what I'm trying to say. It's okay to fail, and you can just be better. There's no reason to quit if you're gonna give it all the first time anyways. If you tried your best the first time, like you put effort in already, and this is something you want to do. You want to be jacked. You want to be successful in business. You want to be that person, and you tried already. So just keep doing it. There's no reason to just quit now. Because what? Go back to mediocrity? Go back to the status quo? Like no. Like if you had the taste of where your future can go, then why hold back? So it's just really letting my stubbornness out of the way for the past few years has definitely helped me out. Not only to be better at what I do, but it allowed me to listen to the right advice so that I can be better next time. Stubbornness had always hindered my life. It's just thinking that I know everything. And this is totally just a childish act. This is just my immature self thinking that I know the world. And it's like letting my ego get in the way. So just leave your ego at the goddamn door, guys. Never believe that you know everything. Just wish you know more, because I'm sure there's definitely things out there you can improve on, but our stubbornness will stop us from learning, and most likely our stubbornness will cause us to fail more or make the unneeded failures because we didn't want to listen to those advice that were given to us by the right people at the right time. And what stubbornness has hindered me in my weight journey, in my weight training journey, is not believing in maintenance, is not believing in deload, is not believing in the mini cut, and all this stuff. It's just believing in bulking and cutting, calories in, calories out. It's not believing in the maintenance phase. I never believed it. And quite honestly, it wasn't until a tragic event happened last year where first of all, I got deep in the drugs. Well, that's another story. But I was training so hard at the gym, and one day I just didn't see any progress. I didn't see any progress, and I was stressing out, and I was training harder than ever because that's all I knew to do. It's just to work hard and not smart. Obviously, it's a good approach, right? Looking back, it's horrible. But I didn't see any progress. And the next thing I knew, I was actually losing muscle. I was losing muscle. I became very fatigued. I became very tired. And all of a sudden, the gym just wasn't appealing to me, right? I still had that motivation, but at the same time, like I was like getting into depression because I was working so hard, but it's like all my work is going backwards. Like I'm working not to gain muscle, but I'm working to break down muscle, and that's pretty much what I was doing. I fatigued my body in such a bad state. Like my muscle fatigue ratio is so high the roof that I was not recovering from my workouts. I was not sleeping well, insomnia, cold, flu, all the symptoms of a heavy deload. And clearly my muscles were breaking down and I just keep on pushing. I did have a deload since I started training. And with all the drug abuse, definitely didn't help with recovery. So at that point, very dark place, broke down to tears, first time crying in a long time. And I gave deload a try. I gave deload a try. And guess what? Next, resting for a whole week, I came back strong. I came back strong. Muscle started working. So, whoa, if I just wasn't stubborn, maybe I wouldn't have to experience that traumatic-ish event, right? I wouldn't have to break down to tears and then crying for God's help, thinking that I did something wrong and why isn't my efforts working? It's simply the fact that I just put my body through hell and it just needs a goddamn break from all the abuse I had done to my body. So it's just not being stubborn that has definitely helped me in my journey. Being stubborn, being egotistic, all this doesn't help you guys. It's just be willing to listen to the right people and eventually implement those advices, and you'll see that your life will become better. You'll see that the next step will be easier to walk. But if you choose to walk your journey alone, like just by yourself solely with no help, with no outside knowledge, then you're going to fail many times. And most likely the failure is going to be so much and so traumatic that you're going to just give up. You're going to give up because you don't know where you're going for. You don't know where you're going. And when you don't know where you're going, you're walking blindly in the mist. All right. So but this is all I want to say for today, guys. It's a very simple video, and I do hope you guys learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.